back to another Football Commentaries live stream. We're back for a midweek commentary. Not the Premier League for once. First non-Premier League game since the Champions League semi-final, which I think was Lyon Bayern Munich. We're back with Bayern Munich again for the Supercup. The German Supercup. It is Bayern Munich versus Borussia Dortmund. Despite Bayern Munich winning the treble last year in Germany, that means they had to play second place in the league last year, and that was of course Borussia Dortmund. So that's how we got this fixture. It is at the Allianz Arena. Unfortunately, we won't have a packed out 75,000 crowd. Instead, it'll have to be behind closed doors. I don't think there's, because I know Germany have been doing like limited crowd numbers, but I don't know if it'll be that for this game. I think it should be behind closed doors, but we'll just have to see. And let's just hope for goals, and let's hope for a good game, and let's see if Bayern Munich can continue their trophy-winning dominance that they have occupied in the last couple of months. Really, Champions League, Bundesliga, European Supercup, now looking for the German Supercup. They really are just unstoppable. I mean, you don't need to call me king, man. I did a football match and won 9-3. I scored 2. That's good. Good to hear. Venno mixes here, of course. Straight away. Early in. Obviously, 9 minutes till kick off. I do start my stream at 10 minutes early. Obviously, there's games on as well in England in the League Cup. So Newport v Newcastle, that's now 1-1, 87th minute. Equalised from John Joe Shelby, and then Burnley v Man City, currently 0-0. So I will keep up to date with those games, alongside obviously this one that is we're going to be commentating on. And as well, commentary on Sunday, 7:15, I think it is, Aston Villa versus Liverpool, and there may be a video on Friday if I get my next mystery or Mystique football jerseys box that they're sending me. Depending if it gets here tomorrow or Friday, then it'll be a video on Friday. If not, that'll have to be next week. 8 minutes till kick. I'll go through the lineups. A few changes. Quite a big name not in the Dortmund squad due to illness. I'm not sure about that, despite him being linked with Manchester United. You might know who I am speaking about there. So I just think with this game, this is kind of like the equivalent of the Community Shield or the Charity Shield in England, and I think this is a very important game for both teams, especially because they both lost at the weekend. Bayern Munich 4-1 against Hoffenheim, where Kramaric scored twice. But then on the other hand, Borussia Dortmund, they lost 2-0 to Augsburg. Caligiuri, former Wolfsburg, former Schalke player, he scored one as well. So they're both on the back of losses. It's a trophy. It's bragging rights to have against the other team. They want to bounce back with a win. So I think this game has just got a lot more important due to the fact that they both lost at the weekend. Quite, straightforward as well, really. Because I did not watch the Bayern Munich Hoffenheim game, but I did watch the Dortmund v Augsburg game, and they seem to have the ball and they seem to be okay, but not too dominant enough to pose any threats. So I mean, they both want to bounce back. There's quite a few changes for both teams, so we'll just have to see how the game pans out. You see when it rained today at 2, and I got out of school. Well, I got out at 2:45, and it was absolutely lashing it down, unfortunately, so I got absolutely soaked. But it's just British weather, really, isn't it? Just rain. Praying that Mystique give you a Liverpool. Can't get a Liverpool kit. They ask you for teams to avoid, and I chose all Premier League teams for them to avoid, and like Inter Milan, Barcelona, basically shirts I have. So like Leipzig, like this one, I chose them to avoid that just in case I get the shirt, even though I won't, just to make sure. Actually, I can tell you who I told them to avoid, because don't want anything like the Napoli kit where I nearly got a nearly got a duplicate. That was nearly an absolute nightmare. That. So I asked for them to avoid all Premier League teams: Barcelona, Napoli, Inter Milan, RB Leipzig, all national teams, and PSG. They're the ones I asked them to avoid, because I did not want any kind of duplicates of any kind, just in case, because you just never know. So yeah, I do apologise that you may not have to, you don't have to go through the worrying of will they get Liverpool kit or not, because well then hopefully events. I think one of my friends said Juventus. A lot of people saying Juventus. I'll take a Juventus kit. They're all very nice Juventus kits, I think. I'll definitely take a Juventus kit, that's for sure. We have 5 minutes from kickoff, so I'm just going to quickly rattle through the lineups, and then we will hopefully be very much close to kickoff. So we'll start off with Bayern Munich. They've got Manuel Neuer in goal, his 8th Supercup appearance so far. 1 defeat, and that was with Schalke against Bayern Munich. So he's tasted 4 defeats in this competition. One of them, like I just said, with Schalke against Bayern Munich. They've gone with Benjamin Pavard at right back. Played 10 minutes of the Super Cup last year. That's when he was just integrating himself into the team. At centre-back, number 4, Niklas Schül. Missed 35 games on competitions last season. Sule, due to his injury that he got, the cruciate ligament injury. Alongside him is, I think, football thing, because it's quite a weird lineup from Bayern Munich. They think it's going to be Javi Martinez at centre-back, usually holding midfielder, scored against Sevilla. He seems to be playing at centre-back alongside Sule, with Lucas Hernandez, the record signing from Atletico Madrid. He's going to play left-back with 2 holding midfielders of Joshua Kimmich, 33 appearances last year in the league, 4 goals, 9 assists, one of those goals against Borussia Dortmund away in that 1-0 victory after the restart, with, obviously, like I said, Tolisso in the midfield alongside him. He did play the full 90 minutes as well in last year's Super Cup, and he's in the team again. No Gnabry starting. They're going to be Kingsley Coman on the right-hand side. 11 appearances versus Dortmund, 10 wins, 1 loss, but yet to score in the fixture so far for the Frenchman. And they're going to think it's going to be Alphonso Davies playing on the left wing. He can play that, obviously converted to a left-back during his time at Bayern Munich, but can play left wing, so it seems like he'll be playing there. With Thomas Muller playing in central attacking midfield, playing his 339th game in a Bayern Munich shirt, scoring 200 goals for the team in red. And then Robert Lewandowski will be playing at the striking position. 187 appearances for Dortmund, 103 goals, and then 292 appearances for Bayern Munich, 247 goals. So he plays up front for Bayern Munich. Then the bench is Serge Gnabry, Joshua Zirkzee, Jerome Boateng, David Alaba, who's just recovering from an injury, Adrian Fien, Alexander Nubel, Malik Tillman, Chris Richards, and Jamal Musiala will feature on the bench at the start of the game. And then for Borussia Dortmund, there is no Roman Bürki in goal. Apparently he is ill. So instead of Roman Bürki, it's going to be Marvin Hitz in goal. He did play in the last year's Super Cup as well, full 90 minutes, so he's well aware of the task at hand, because he did play Bayern Munich in last year's Super Cup, where they won 2-0. And then Emre Can, Mats Hummels, and Akanji playing an unchanged back 3 for Borussia Dortmund. Obviously, Mats Hummels, formerly of Bayern Munich. There is no fans in the stadium as well, no limited capacity. Right wing back they're going to bring is Thomas Meunier from PSG. Played 87 minutes against Dortmund in the first leg of the round 16 of the Champions League with Paslak. That is Felix Paslak at left back, was on loan at Fortuna Sittard last season in the Eredivisie. He plays at left wing back for Guerrero, who's on the bench. 2 midfielders who also started against Bayern Munich in that game after the restart of Mahmoud Dahoud and Thomas Delaney. So Axel Witsel drops to the bench. Front 3 of Julian Brandt, Erling Haaland, and Marco Reus. He also appears on the left-hand side, or the right-hand side in the front 3 for Dortmund, and no Jadon Sancho. Apparently he is ill, did not show up to the training ground today. Don't know how much truth there is in that, but I'm going to presume that they are telling the truth. So the bench is Rafael Guerrero, Nico Schulz, Carvalho, or Reina Jesus Carvalho. Reina from Real Madrid, he's currently on loan. Jude Bellingham, who's bought from Birmingham City. Lucas Piszczek, who's recovering from his injury, is on the bench today, the 35-year-old. Marius Wolf also makes the bench with Axel Witsel, Giovanni Reina, the other Reina, and Stefan Driljaka, also in goal, who's in for Roman Bürki as the substitute keeper. Teams are done. I can look at the chat again, and hopefully kick-off won't be very far away. Sorry, just a fly. Is it the Super Cup final? It is the Super Cup final. It is, yeah, the German one. Do you know that Perisic left Bayern and joined Inter Milan? Well, he was at Inter Milan already. He was on loan at Bayern Munich at the end of last season. scored against Barcelona in that triumphant 8-2 victory in the quarterfinals. When is it starting? In literally any minute now. Kickoff was at 7:30 UK time. So the players are out and ready. Ready like I am to watch the game and hopefully get a few goals. And I'm going to get the timer ready as well. It looks like Javi Martinez is going to be playing in holding midfield. They're not at the back. Who's Nicolas Sule again? Sule. Next. I think it's going to be Hernandez left back with Alphonso Davies at left back. He plays centre, but yeah, it will be Coleman on the left, and I'll let you know how it's going to play out. I need a better look. But Bayern has reshuffled. But we're about to kick off, and we have with Tolisso playing it back to Lucas Hernandez, who plays centre back. Diagonal switch to the right hand side, looking for Muller. One header by Dortmund, but it falls straight to Bayern Munich, and it's now with Joshua Kimmich, who goes back to Nicolas Sule. And it's now Neuer on the ball. And there's the timer started. There we go. Now it's Pavard at right back. Back to Nicolas Sule. Over to Manuel Neuer. We missed one game of the Bundesliga last season. Manuel Neuer, as Lucas Hernandez brings out from midfield. Pass intercepted by Dahoud, and that falls to Akanji. It's out to Delaney. Now Matt Hummels, Munier. Down the right hand side, I think looking for Royce, who will patrol down that right hand side. Pass too heavy for him. It does fall to Martinez. Now into Kimmich, number 6, taking over the number of Thiago. He's gone to Liverpool. It's now Alphonso Davies on the left, inside the Borussia Dortmund half. We'll bring it forward for Bayern Munich. He's coming to his left, and he'll use him in the final third. It's an overlap from Davies, and he'll find Davies to cross, blocked by the Belgian Munier, and it'll be a throw-in for Bayern Munich. I'm interested to see who's playing on that right-hand side for Bayern. I think it'll be Corentin Tolisso, I think, as Emre Can intercepts the throw-in towards Thomas Muller and clears down the line looking for Haaland. Can't bring it down past both him and Hernandez, and Sule can clean up at the back and play back to Manuel Neuer. Kimmich on the ball straight away inside the Bayern half. Pavard's to his right, won't use him. We'll just lay it off behind him to Nicolas Sule. What's the matching tune at half time? Maybe some screamers or something. Okay. As it is, broke to Lewandowski. Gives it to Alphonso Davies on the left, right across the goal, and it's gone out for a goal kick. Felt like maybe Coleman or Muller, who were in the box, should have committed for that. What a ball. Right across goal. Alphonso Davies. A little bit too much power on it for Coleman, who was the closest to get there at the front post. Thankfully for Marvin Hitz, he can watch the ball just go wide. Marvin Hitz only the 4 appearances in the league last year for the Swiss. 1 conceded, 3 clean sheets. They joined in 2018 from, I think from Augsburg. The 7 clean sheets in those games. It fell to Munier, heads it back to Can, signed from Juventus. Volleyed clearance long, high and towards Haaland. Lets it bounce once. It falls to Martinez, who is clattered by Haaland in the end, and the free kick is given. There's a female referee as well officiating the game. It's great to see. It's taken quickly, and it's gone to Sule to Pavard on the right. Now Muller. Not sure. It might be a 4-3-3 this, something, because Tolisso is currently in the midfield for Bayern Munich, as it's Martinez who looks to be playing at the back as well, coming out from defence. Lays it off to his left to Hernandez. It's now Tolisso again. It's Hernandez, a bit of a French connection going on there between the two Frenchmen. It's Sule trying to go inside to Lewandowski, picked up by Delaney. Now he finds Haaland, releases to Dahoud. He's got an option to his left, and that's Haaland. Can't quite feed him through, and it's a great tackle from Hernandez. Throwing for Dortmund on that left, taken by Paslak, who I said was on loan last season in the Eredivisie. Usually right back, but having to play on the left for Guerrero, who must be rested, as he is on the bench. And here is Akanji on the ball, forced back towards Hummels. First time pass into Emre Can, turns, nearly invites the ball towards Lewandowski, but keeps it with Dahoud. Into Akanji, who can turn and release to Paslak. Down the line towards Julian Brandt. He's got options, and he pulls it back to Royce. Touch for the captain. Through the legs of Sule. Great recovery from Martinez to clear and stop Royce in his tracks. And it's Delaney who keeps it alive for Borussia Dortmund. 4 minutes in, still 0-0. Munier. Back to Emre Can. Played against Dortmund for Liverpool in that very famous Europa League semi-final, where they got through Liverpool in the last minute with a Dejan Lovren header to knock out Borussia Dortmund at a what was no longer a Klopp Dortmund but a Liverpool Klopp, as they've got it out wide right to Marco Reus, who scored on that night at Liverpool, into Delaney, cuts it back to Reus, over to Dahoud, number 8 for Borussia Dortmund. Good possession play here from the yellow wall. Hummels brings it forward from the halfway line to Paslak on the left, lays it off to Julian Brandt. We'll wait for runners around him and find Dahoud with a really poor pass, and it's actually found Thomas Muller on the right. He lays it off first time to Javi Martinez, who just forces it back to Hernandez. Now to Alphonso Davies. Played 24 minutes at right wing in the Supercup last year, did the Canadian. See how he's adapted his game to be one of the best left backs in the world, as he dinks a ball over the top looking for Coman, looking for his first goal in this fixture against Dortmund. Good tackle from Meunier to take the ball off the Champions League goal winner. And he found Emre Can down the line to Delaney. Inside towards Dahoud, headed by Tolisso into the feet of Kimmich to intercept the ball, and they've already got it to Pavard on that right. Into Martinez on the halfway line, takes a touch, releases to Nicolas Soule, 6'5" centre-back and number 4 for Bayern Munich, as he's still on the ball for them now. 102 appearances for Bayern Munich. Would have been a lot more if he didn't miss a big chunk of last season, as a stray ball from Hernandez at the back has gone out for a throw-in for Borussia Dortmund. Asking a lot of Alphonso Davies to keep that one in for sure. Throwing it into Hummels, formerly of Bayern Munich, was there from 1995 to 03, as he finds a ball looking for Reus over the top, can't be found, finds Neuer instead, and then obviously went back as well from 2016 to 2019, did Mats Hummels, until returning to Borussia Dortmund in 2019, as he's just intercepted a Coman pass towards Tolisso, and Borussia Dortmund have possession once again. There's City are 1-0 up against Burnley. Raheem Sterling goal, and Newcastle beat Newport on penalties 5-4, as it is Reus on the ball. Great ball around the corner, finding Meunier. First time flick towards Haaland. Not sure if he's onside, but he's held the ball up against Martinez, looking for options, and he finds Paslak on the left, in the box. Gets left-footed crossing, blocked off by Pavard, finds Martinez. Now to Tolisso on the left, finds Coman. Closed down by Emre Can, needs to release, and does so for a long switch towards Pavard. First time ball looking for Muller. He hooks it over, looking for Lewandowski, nowhere near Mats Hummels, and he can head it over towards Hitz, who can pick it up and regain possession for Borussia Dortmund. Quickly taken. It's now into Brandt. It's off to Dahoud. Gets it over to this right-hand side. It's Emre Can. First time past to Meunier. Now Reus. Good possession play here from Borussia Dortmund. They're holding on to it well. You've got to remember, Bayern Munich did play in the Supercup against Sevilla last week, and then at the weekend against Hoffenheim, so a lot taken out the legs of the Bayern Munich players, but they're going to still look to win this game, as Brandt breaks through the lines and finds Reus. Laid it off first time to Delaney, asking a lot of Meunier down the right-hand side, so that means it will be a Bayern Munich throw-in. Hansi Flick, the Bayern Munich manager, not used to losing very often at Bayern Munich, only conceded his 3rd loss at the weekend. Compare that to his 35 wins and 127 goals he scored as the full-time manager, with Lewandowski scoring a lot of them, and he's on the ball right now. To Pavard. Kimmich is in support, will use him, lays it back off to Pavard, now finds Martinez. Try to look forward, the Spaniard, but ends up turning backwards and playing it to Lucas Hernandez. Into the number 19, Alphonso Davies. Going to try and run at Marco Reus, the captain. Does try and run at him, but he's tackled and trickles out for a corner for Bayern Munich. Good defending from Marco Reus, down as a Borussia Dortmund legend for sure. You know, been there since 2012 with the 270th appearance coming tonight. 130 goals. 28th appearance against Bayern Munich as well. For the very injury-struck, talented Marco Reus. But it will be a corner here for Bayern Munich. It will be an in-swing, I think, of Joshua Kimmich. It will be, as they attack to the left-hand side of the half, as it's whipped in, headed away by Mats Hummels, only as far as Alphonso Davies. Lays it back off to Hernandez. Dinked out wide right towards Thomas Muller. Brings it down, keeps it on in the byline, puts a dinked cross into the back post, looking for Kimmich. Big save by Hitz Coming from that left-hand side, Kimmich from where the corner was taken, lurking at that back post. Got a good header on it. Really used his neck muscles to get as much power as he could. Being around 10 yards out, but it'll be an easy save for the experienced 33-year-old goalkeeper of hits in the Borussia Dortmund goal as they try and play out from the back. Sorry about that. Works unsuccessfully as they have won it back and then they've lost it again, Borussia Dortmund, and it can be Hernandez to bring it out from the back. Keeps running right on the edge of the box, enters the box down this left-hand side, having to try and outmuscle Emre Can in the end, asking a little bit too much of himself, and gives away a goal kick for Borussia Dortmund. Good run though, good positivity from Lucas Hernandez. A lot of authority on that shoulder barge from Emre Can, making sure Lucas Hernandez was not getting any kind of attempts on goal. Leroy Sané and Goretzka out for tonight's game. I think Sané picks up a little injury. Goretzka, I think, is just for a rest. Leon Goretzka, great goal scorer in form as of late. As they've dinked it far left for Haaland. Brings it down, lays it into pass like good touch to avoid any Bayern Munich midfielders and finds Julian Brandt. Now Dahoud into Hummels. Dinked over the top, down the left-hand side again. Looking for Haaland, and they found him. Big touch from the Norwegian in the box. Pulls it back. Great sliding interception from Pavard. Can Royce keep it alive in that corner flag? He can. And he releases to pass like number 14 behind him. Now Delaney jinks past one. Tries to get past another. Does so. Dinks across in towards Haaland. Asking too much of him. Headed down by Alphonso Davies. Munier finds Haaland in the box. And I think there's a foul on Tolisso. So free kick given anyway. Don't matter what Haaland was going to do. Just a little less power on it from the cross of Delaney. Then Erling Haaland, the 6'4", is definitely winning that header. But instead it was Alphonso Davies who headed it down towards Tolisso. Got a foot to it first. And then tackled by Munier. Definitely a foul. And the free kick was given as Koeman's also been fouled by Can. Just inside the Bayern Munich half on the left-hand side. First kind of real chance, though, for Borussia Dortmund down that left. Dangerous cross. Just pre-ordered FIFA. I'm not getting FIFA yet. See what others make of it first before I try to spend my money on that. This is Manuel Neuer. Poor distribution. Not much like him. Straight to Paslak, the left wing back of Borussia Dortmund, who's now with Manuel Akanji. Did play the full 90 minutes last year in the Supercup. Can he get a full 90 in the tank again? As Delaney set off Paslak down the line. Turns back and releases to Marco Reus into Delaney. First time poke towards Akanji. He's now Dahoud allowed to turn. And release behind him to Mats Hummels. Into Akanji again. He now finds Erling Haaland. Akanji inside the Borussia Dortmund half. Can he go inside? Or is he going to look back again towards... I think he was looking towards Delaney, but it falls straight to Koeman as he couldn't get a foot on it. Good tackle from Hummels to slow down the Bayern Munich attack and stop it completely as Munier picks up the loose ball and finds Brandt. First time ball around the corner, looking for Dahoud down the right. Beaten by Nicolas Soule for Bayern Munich to retain possession again as Neuer's giving it straight back to Nicolas Soule. Gives it to Alphonso Davies. Going to look inside towards Koeman. Met by Dahoud, brought down by Dahoud. I think play will be continued or... No, the foul will be given and pulled back for Bayern Munich. Supercup history for the two teams. Bayern Munich have won it 7 times. Borussia Dortmund 6th. Most won by any team, and that is for, obviously, Bayern Munich with the 7. Won in 1987, 1990, 2010, 2012, 2016, 2017, and 2018. Is Bayern Munich play it around the back, and while they do... in 1997, the Supercup was actually suspended by the DFB, another kind of league in Germany, and they just stopped the game. There's a few unofficial games during that time as Koeman wins another foul inside the Dortmund half this time, quite far out, and they suspended it, and it did return in 2008, despite it being unofficial, and then officially coming back in 2010 for the game to return officially. It's Hernandez, sends it long at the centre-back position, down that left, does find Tolisso, is he onside? That's the question. I think he is, back heels it, looking for a Bayern Munich midfielder, cannons off Munier, and he wins a corner, well won by Corentin Tolisso. It's suspended in 97, returned unofficially in 2008, where the winners of the the cup in Germany and the championship play together. Bayern winning it back when it came back officially in 2010 as Kimmich does whip it in, headed away again by Borussia Dortmund, straight to the edge of the box to Alphonso Davies. Goes to Hernandez, switches again towards that left, looking for Kimmich, intercepted by Delaney, sends it towards Paslak, hooks it over towards Marco Reus against Alphonso Davies, can't win it, and the Canadian plays it to Neuer, tries to look for Corentin Tolisso, can't be kept in play by Koeman, and a throw-in's been won by Borussia Dortmund in the Bayern Munich half. Captain tonight for Bayern Munich is, of course, Manuel Neuer. Joining 2011 from Schalke. Plays for 391st game for the club. Looking for his 200th clean sheet. Currently on 199. Can he get that tonight? We'll have to find out. There's Emre Can's on the ball in the defence. Looks for an over-the-top ball towards Haaland. Won by Hernandez. Now with Alphonso Davies. Lays it off to Tolisso on that left-hand side. Is able to keep it in and play to Martinez. Surrounded by yellow shirts, but is able to get a pass away to Muller. Lays it off to Kimmich on his right-hand side. There's a run being made by Koeman in behind. Won't use him. We'll use the space he's created towards Muller. Tries to dummy for Lewandowski. Good thinking from Muller. Intercepted, though, by Hummels. And the game stays at 0-0 in the first 15 minutes and 40 seconds. It is Meunier. Back to Can in his own box. Touch and clearance from the former Juventus and Liverpool man towards Brandt. Can't win his header, but it is headed straight to Dahoud, who flicks over the top of Martinez, and so does Delaney over the head of Tolisso and keeps it to Meunier. Zipped in to Royce. Tries to look for the return. Too much on it for Meunier, and Alphonso Davies can win it back for Bayern Munich and finds Manuel Neuer. Over to Soule. Only the 8 league appearances last year, obviously due to that cruciate ligament injury he picked up. Did play in the final, though, in the Champions League when Boateng came off an early injury, but it is Dahoud who picks it up for Dortmund. It's now Haaland, plays it into Royce. In the box, he shoots, it's deflected, it hits the side netting. Will be a corner for Borussia Dortmund. Just possession given away there by Bayern Munich a little too cheaply. Dortmund got in the box, got on the right side of Soule. There, Marco Reus with the left foot strike. Was blocked in the end, but positive for Dortmund. Will want to try and challenge Bayern Munich this season. Losing games like they did at the weekend against Augsburg won't help their commitment to try to win the league, but luckily for them, they did see Bayern Munich also lose their game 4-1 against Hoffenheim. Kramaric, the former Leicester player, did play in that Premier League winning season, scored 2 for them as it's been crossed towards the back post towards Haaland, headed away by Pavard, falls to Alphonso Davies, takes it past Meunier. Great skill from the Canadian, now goes inside to Koeman, now Muller. Over to the right-hand side to Lewandowski. He's onside. Tolisso's in the middle. Who can play it to? And it's a great... Oh, it is a goal in the end. Tolisso scores. Was played across towards him in the box and then struck it along the ground and then saved by Hitz and then hits the bar down. And it looks like while it was going to hit the ground, it was going to go over the line, but actually hit the line itself. That was due to the hesitation of me thinking it was going in, then didn't. All coming from a Borussia Dortmund corner. Great counter-attack. He started with Davies, who took Meunier out of the game. Released it down the line to Koeman. He went then inside to Muller. Then gaps started to appear in the Borussia Dortmund defence. He then found Lewandowski down the right-hand side. Tolisso behind the ball. Laid in by Lewandowski. And then strikes it first time. Good save by Hitz for the first time. And then struck the crossbar down onto the line, and then to follow it up, Tolisso was anticipating to just stroke it home for an early 1-0 lead to Bayern Munich. Great save by Hitz off the bar, down, left-footed hit from literally 1 yard out from Tolisso to give Bayern Munich the lead, and it is Bayern Munich 1, Borussia Dortmund 0, all coming from their own corner, Borussia Dortmund. So have restarted, will be a Borussia Dortmund throw-in. A hesitation there. I thought he scored and then hit the bar. And then I thought he scored and then he hit the line and I thought he scored. And then, thankfully for Bayern Munich fans, he ended up following up and sending it home as it's Alphonso Davies on the ball now for Bayern Munich as Borussia Dortmund lose it from the throw-in. It's now Hernandez dinked into the middle looking for Lewandowski. It does come off him. Then finds Javi Martinez, who's brought down by Dahoud, and that will be a Bayern Munich free kick. Nice Neuer into Sule. Bit of a short pass, but does find him in the end. It's now Manuel Neuer. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Nearly at 440. The Supercup isn't getting broadcasted to me. I'll just watch you. No biggie. That's all right. That's what I'm here for, in case you can't watch the games like this. Is it's Kimmich playing it back to Sule. Now over to Hernandez. Been quite an even game to start off, but it just shows the power Bayern Munich do have on the counter-attack, as they've lost it with Tolisso and Coman, and Royce can find Delaney down the right-hand side. A weak-footed pass dinked in to Brandt on the left-hand side of the box, brings it down, tries to look for Royce, lays it off to Dahoud, and it's way over the bar from the former Borussia Mönchengladbach central midfielder. Not sure if that dummy from Royce was intentional, but it sure worked, as when Alphonso Davies took Meunier out of the game, like I said, during the game, he actually put it through the legs of the Belgian wing-back. How cheeky from Alphonso Davies was that? And then Tolisso scoring the goal. Got one last year in the league against Dusseldorf, and he's got one in the Supercup this year against Borussia Dortmund, as it's Sule still on the ball. Dinked. Looking for Alphonso Davies just inside the Bayern Munich half. Not really rushing anything. The German champions, the European champions. And it's now Tolisso. Dinks back over to the right-hand side to Benjamin Pavard. Now inside to Thomas Muller, who cut open that Borussia Dortmund defence with the pass out wide right to Lewandowski. As they got it down the right with Sule down to Pavard. Now puts an early cross in, looking for Lewandowski. Cut out by Chan, cleared by Dortmund only as far as Javi Martinez. Gets it into Tolisso on the edge of the box to Kimmich, who decides to shoot. Punched away by Hitz, straight back out to Muller on the right. Crosses, parried by Hitz again. And that'll go out. Or will it stay in? Let's have a look. It will, I think, stay in by Meunier. Kept in right in that corner. And he then gives it away again, looking for Royce. Straight to Alphonso Davies. He's been bodied off the ball by Marco Reus. Great physicality from the captain. And he gives it straight away to Kimmich, who easily intercepts that Marco Reus pass. And Bayern Munich can be set away again with Coman. Dinked over Reus, who's trying to recover. And it finds Alphonso Davies. It's now Hernandez over to Nicolas Sule. Back over to Hernandez. City 1-0 up at half-time against Burnley. Brighton, Manchester United 0-0. Everton, West Ham 0-0 within 8 minutes. As Coman threads it through to Tolisso. Tries to backheel it towards Lewandowski on the edge of the box. Cut out, but it falls to Alphonso Davies. Has to have a 50-50 with Delaney. The ball goes up in the air and finds Dahoud. He looks for Delaney down that right. His header poor, and Bayern Munich can win the ball again. It can be kept in by Davies. And Martinez can have it in the centre of the pitch. Forced back by Erling Haaland. His great scoring form for Borussia Dortmund. 18 goals in his 21 appearances. It's Pavard inside to Muller. Forced backwards to Sule. Good to see this channel again. Good to see you back in the chat. I do remember your name. I do remember it in the chat a little while ago. Good to see you back. Checking out the commentaries. As Toliso's got a great switch to Pavard. Down that right-hand side. Forced back to Javi Martinez. He has been linked away back to Spain, but starts the Supercup final. And the German Supercup final, should I say. Like I was saying, though, it was an even start, but one simple counter-attack from a Dortmund corner, and Bayern Munich caught them out as Neuer's been giving it away to Dahoud. His heavy touch can force him into the box. He's going to square it across to Marco Reus. One touch, two touch, a third, a fourth, a strike, and it's a great save from Neuer. Should have really done better there, Borussia Dortmund, especially Dahoud's pass to Reus. Cut out the ball from Neuer, got into the final third, and then laid it across to Reus, but it was too far and too light away from him, and then forced him to take so many touches onto a tight angle as Alphonso Davies. He's the one who's going to burst into the box. Good tackle from Meunier. Clears away from Hummels, only finds Tolisso. Brought first time to Coman. Back towards Tolisso on the edge of the box. He's going to look for a switch towards Pavard. Tolisso loves a switch to Pavard, and he's done it again. He plays it down the line to Muller against Akanji. Can he hold it up? Heavy touch forced by Akanji. Throw in one for Borussia Dortmund. If you aren't subscribed, please do. And like as well, if you're in the stream and you haven't already. Commentary on Sunday as well. Aston Villa versus Liverpool, 7:15. Make sure you're here. That's this Sunday. It's Paslak down this left-hand side with a throw-in. Brought down by Brandt. Is it kept in? No, it's not. With his touch back to Paslak, and it'll be a throw in a dangerous area for Bayern Munich. Will be taken quickly for Bayern Munich. It will. Down to Kimmich. Chested towards Pavard. He's lost it to Erling Haaland, and he can use his pace to run away with it and release Marco Reus. He's met by Hernandez. It's a great tackle from the Frenchman and can stop another counter-attack of Dortmund's and release two. That was, I'm not sure who that was. It's gone off screen now, but it's Kimmich back to Neuer. First time ball swept across to Alphonso Davies. 52nd appearance for him tonight. Davies, it's now Tolisso inside to Robert Lewandowski. Heavy touches given away to Dahoud. It's now Haaland back to Dahoud. Now Hummels in an attacking area on the ball. Realises he shouldn't quite be there, so forces it back to Paslak, who now finds Akanji. Into Delaney. Left-footed, bit of time on the ball now for the Danish. Well, for Danish? Yes. Dinks ball down that left to Brandt. Can bring it down, waiting for options, and looks for a switch. Doesn't quite work for him. Deflects it back, though, to Delaney, thankfully for Dortmund. With Akanji now on the ball. Brandt inside to Delaney again. Just towards the halfway line here. They're trying to get a chance here on opening, and they've given it away here, Brandt. To Bayern Munich. They look for Lewandowski in behind. Picked up by Mats Hummels. He's going to make a run down the left-hand side. Can't keep the ball. And Bayern Munich have it back with Tolisso having to win a 50-50 against Reus. And they've now got it out wide left to Alphonso Davies, who will bring it away for Bayern Munich. He's got Koeman with him, and he will use him. He's going to decide to run at Meunier. Go inside to Lewandowski on the edge of the box. Bundled down on the edge of the box, and it will be a free kick given the other way on Lewandowski. According to the referee, Lewandowski not quite sure on that decision. He did score 103 goals for Borussia Dortmund in his 4-year stay at the club. An unbelievable 55 goals in all competitions last year for the Polish international. Some say he's got robbed of a Ballon d'Or, as that has not been taking place this year, but I mean, if it was to go ahead, he would have won it with flying colours. His Chan's dinked free kick only just finds Paslak on the left after a deflected header away from by Muller. So Kanji on the ball. Dahoud allowed to turn. Nicely done by Dahoud and can release to Paslak. He's got options down the left. It's actually Brandt, and here is Paslak. Look very similar with the blonde hair. Back to Brandt again, slowing down the attack, allowing Bayern Munich players to get behind the ball again. It's been given to Chan. Heavy touch, and it's going to be a foul just on that halfway line by Kingsley Coman. His intention was for the ball, but the ball was taken away from him and ends up clipping Chan. And Dortmund can keep the ball. I mean, they've really held themselves accountable in this first 27 minutes so far. Chan tries to take a quick free kick behind the Dortmund Bayern back line towards Reus, intercepted by Hernandez, and they've won it back though, Bayern, with Brandt. Davies giving it away. It's now Meunier. Down the right, it's a cross in the box, bounces, and Pavard can head it back to Neuer. Great defending from the French World Cup winner as a quick throw in by Neuer, backheeled to Pavard by Tolisso, and Hernandez can be given the ball in a dangerous area, but is able to clear it to Lewandowski, who flicks it on towards Muller, and he finds a ball in behind for Koeman on the left-hand side, just on the edge of the box. Met by Chan, is able to evade the foul and get it out wide right to Tolisso, who brings it down and lays it off to Pavard. It's a scruffy strike, and it's deflected off. I think it must have been Dahoud, and goes out for a corner for Bayern Munich. I think it was actually Hummels who blocked the ball. It was either Hummels or Lewandowski. They was clumped next to it. It's actually a flick by Lewandowski. Got on the end of it with a nice flick. A bit like Vardy's at the weekend against City, and it came off Mats Hummels and is able to defend the ball, but giving away a corner in the process. It's going to be taken by Kimmich, an outswinger. It's a great ball, again met by Mats Hummels and flicked on by Dahoud. No one pressuring Hernandez, who can just head it back to Neuer, who's on the edge of the semicircle of the halfway line, and switches it nicely to Davies. Koeman's asking for it. Koeman gets it. He's able to turn. Evades the first challenge of Dahoud and finds Lewandowski, who's peeled to the left-hand side. Touch and pass to Davies. Dummies it and sends Brandt to the corner shop and is able to keep it for Bayern Munich. Great skill from Davies. It's now Martinez. He's got a heavy touch, but is able to release to Pavard and Forced back with the press by Dortmund towards Manuel Neuer. He's going to go long. Looking for Tolisso down the right. Good header down by Kanji, but can't be controlled by Paslak in the throw-ins one for Bayern Munich. I think Borussia Dortmund can find an equaliser before half-time. They're showing the signs. They are getting in behind. They're showing dangers of winning the ball in the midfield of Bayern Munich and then running at the defence. Just haven't taken the chances yet as Hernandez forces it wide left to Davies. Now Coman again. Davies making a run off him down that left. Don't use him. Goes to Tolisso into the feet of Kimmich. First time pass to Martinez. He does the same to Pavard. Muller. Dummies. Intercepted again. And Dortmund again have the ball. Kanji with a heavy touch takes out Joshua Kimmich. It's going to be a free kick for Bayern Munich. Poor from Akanji. All came from his own poor heavy touch. Quickly taken by Pavard in the box down the line looking for Muller. Good recovery from Akanji to win the ball back for Dortmund and it's been sent towards Haaland. Tries to press the Sule touch but is able to distribute back to the goalkeeper of Manuel Neuer. It's now Lucas Hernandez again. All into 27 appearances for him so far. He's now his 28th. He obviously also suffered injury last season. He's got it to Alphonso Davies again down the left. It's into Martinez. Outside of the foot pass into Coman. Great ball. Try to find his way into the box. On the edge of the box. Having to twist and turn and release to Tolisso to his right. Heavy touch but thankfully fell for Pavard. Muller. Back to Tolisso. Step over once. Left footed dink towards Alphonso Davies. Dinked ball into the back post and it's a header that's been won by Thomas Muller. And it's 2-0 to Bayern Munich. Sometimes you blink your eyes and it's a Bayern Munich goal. Paslak caught out at the back post there by Thomas Muller. Sometimes known for his aerial ability in the box. Thomas Muller, and he's shown it again. And Borussia Dortmund fans must be watching this thinking, how are we 2-0 down in the 32nd minute? Davies picks it up on the angle, just puts a floated crossing with a little bit of curl on it, not seeming to have too much danger on the cross, and then out of nowhere, a rising 6'1" Thomas Muller beats a attempting to rise 5'7" of Paslak, and with that clear height advantage, he's always going to beat him to the ball aerially. And at the front post, Hitz couldn't keep it out, and a frustrated Borussia Dortmund find themselves 2-0 down in the 31st minute. 2-0 in the Supercup. Deserved? Well, people watching can make their own comment on that. I think it's a little undeserved. Because Dortmund haven't played that badly. They've given it away to Davies in the final third by Hitz, but thankfully Munier wins it back and it's cleared long. Looking for Haaland in behind, but the header's won by Sule and cleared long by Hernandez. Looking for Lewandowski. Delaney wins it. Forces it back towards Hernandez. He heads it back onto the pitch looking for Dahoud. Wins it, but then Haaland, heavy touch, gives it away to now Tolisso. Muller is able to get it out of his feet and pass it to Lewandowski, who's deep with the ball. Finds Kimmich. Inside to Martinez. Kimmich again. Over to Hernandez. Finds the man with the assist, or with one of the assists, Alphonso Davies. Goes into Coman and gives it away, and then Dortmund give it away, and it's Tolisso who breaks forward on the edge of the box. Nice little step over, evading Mats Hummels, and then loses it with the pass, but it falls straight back to Kimmich. He finds Martinez. Will he want to get on the score sheet again after scoring against Sevilla? It's Pavard, floated ball in, looking towards Tolisso, headed away by Borussia Dortmund and cleared by Munier. So a little chipped ball looking for Haaland. He tries to beat Hernandez to it. He does, but then the ball trickles behind him to the covering centre-back of Sule, and Bayern Munich have the ball once again with Martinez, who spins and looks for a ball down that left-hand side, and it's gone all the way out for a throw-in, for Borussia Dortmund. One goal from a corner of Borussia Dortmund and one just from a lack of concentration at the back post while Muller was ghosting into the box. As a long over-the-top ball looks for Haaland by Borussia Dortmund, but can be seen out by Manuel Neuer. Going to start getting frustrated, Haaland, just not quite clicking from so far. It's an easy ball in, and the Kanji Paslak really didn't deal with that together at that back post. Easy for Muller. at that near post. Did just, I think, deflect off the post and in. His hits was left rooted to the spot. We now have Sule just on the edge of the box with the ball for Bayern Munich. Releases to Pavard. Tries to go down the line to Sule. Deflected off Royce, out for a throw-in. Everton go 1-0 up against West Ham in the 21st minute. Calvert-Lewin with the goal, and that was in the 11th. It's now the 21st. Still 0-0. Brighton and Manchester United as City also start the second half 1-0 up against Burnley. There's another throw-in's been given to Bayern Munich. It's been taken quickly by Muller. Finds Lewandowski, caught on the halfway line by Hummels, and it will be a free kick to Bayern Munich. Yes, Zach, loving the commentary. Thanks, Jake. Thank you, mate. With Kimmich to take, just inside of the Dortmund half, not quite where the foul was, but I'm sure he'll get away with that as he does, and does find Alphonso Davies. Will that be his only assist tonight? That second goal that was scored by Bayern Munich. It's Sule, to centre-back partner for tonight, Lucas Hernandez. A little chipped ball looking for Koeman, too much on it, and he can just fall to Emre Can. Trying to keep the ball moving, trying to keep the ball at a quick pace, needing to probably score at least one before half-time if they want to have a good chance in the second half, as Akanji brings it out and does find Brandt. Knocked over by Javi Martinez, but the advantage has been played, and they have to be forced back again, and Emre Can's going to have to chase for this one. They're forced all the way back towards their box, and Emre Can goes inside to Hummels. It runs, and Hummels can't get there. Either can Kimmich. Thankfully, Dahoud can for Borussia Dortmund, and Dahoud can get it out wide right to Meunier. Too much on it. Can only get a toe on it and send it out for a throw in there, Meunier. Unfortunate for Borussia Dortmund. Davies, I think through the legs of Meunier again, but unfortunately gives it away. And Delaney can recover and win it back for Dortmund. It's now Hits on the ball. 160 Bundesliga appearances. Hits, he is very familiar with the league and the teams that are within it. And Dahoud gets into Haaland. First time release to Marco Reus. He's gone over to the left-hand side now. On the halfway line is Dahoud, who he's giving it to. A long switch to Meunier. On that byline, he will find him and he will keep it in against Alphonso Davies. Tries to take him on. No way past him, out for a corner for Borussia Dortmund. They've got the likes of a 6-foot Emre Can, a 6'3". Mats Hummels, a 6'2". Akanji, a 6'3". Thomas Meunier, 6'4". Haaland, and that'll be against a 6'5". Sule, 6'1". Pavard, a 6'1". Thomas Muller, if he comes back to defend, 6 foot Lucas Hernandez. With Brandt taking out Swinger, who will win. The header is crossed in towards that back post, and it's Mats Hummels who can't quite win it on Pavard and can't be brought away by Koeman, but it can, as there's a mix-up between Haaland and Dahoud, and it's the 3v2. Muller, Tolisso, Koeman versus, I think that's Paslak and Meunier. It's a 1-2 with Tolisso and Koeman, a heavy touch, and it's a recovery from Marco Reus, and it's hits with the ball as they've messed up the counter-attack there, Kingsley Koeman and Tolisso between them. Paslak, the left wing-back, who's already at fault for one of the goals, was sprinting back to try and stop that pass between Koeman and Tolisso. And I think the pressure you put on both of them made them lose the ball there. So good recovery defending there from Paslak. They try and play out from the back here, and it's Delaney who's got it. Gets it out wide left to Royce, and gets out his feet and passes it to Dahoud. Now find Emre Can, looking for that long switch ball. Decide to go against it and just dink it over towards Meunier. He now finds Julian Brandt. Keeps it in, again forced back to Emre Can. Brandt again. Now inside the Bayern Munich half. Can he find that dangerous defence-cutting pass? It goes behind him to Dahoud. Meunier, who's been flagged offside, really poor from the Belgian. Should be doing better than that. Is he offside? Oh, he is as well. Just too slow to rejoin the line of Bayern Munich to make sure he's onside. It's now Javi Martinez on the ball. Goes back to Manuel Neuer. Distributed to Pavard. Touch inside towards Muller. Nowhere near him. Akanji can pick it up and get a dink ball to Royce. Inside to Haaland on the edge of the box. Over to Julian Brandt. He's got to score, and he does. It's the goal that Dortmund desperately needed if they didn't want this game to get away from them too quickly. And Julian Brandt is the one to provide them with that goal. Slopping that midfield, which Bayern Munich have a few times already in the game. But this time, after a couple of missed chances, they've pounced on one of them, and it's Brandt the goal scorer. It's Pavard who tried to go inside to Muller, picked up by Akanji. Good first time pass around the corner by Royce to Haaland, and then unmarked on that right-hand side of the box, Haaland can just pick out Julian Brandt. Hernandez left him all alone, couldn't block in time, and Julian Brandt puts his foot right through that ball, past the spread Manuel Neuer, and there's a lifeline for Dortmund in this first half as they've made it 2-1 with a Julian Brandt goal. I always ask for goals, and at the minute we're getting a decent amount again. 2-1. Dortmund have already won the ball back with Passlack down the left. It's now Hummels. Goes inside to Julian Brandt, the goal scorer. Can he get it out wide left to Passlack? He can. Lays it off to Royce. Going to look for the switch towards Meunier. Not enough on it, and Davies can intercept towards Tolisso. Back to Davies. Goes inside to Coman. Can't quite find him. Not quite on the same wavelength than Chan. Step over to take it away from Martinez and keep it for Dortmund. And they found Passlack. Looking to get in that final third of the dangerous area. It's Chan still. Gets past Kimmich and releases to Royce. Oh, it's a short pass and Kimmich can intercept and Muller can try and bring it out. Bounces to Pavard and now finds Kimmich again down that right. Good tackle from Chan. He's going to have to find his way back to that right centre-back position as he's drifted over to the left. They'd already had a few chances like that, Dortmund, where they'd been caught out of possession by Munich and they tried to counter-attack, but just maybe a misplaced pass, a heavy touch, just stopped them from scoring the first time. But there, on the however many attempts they've had at a counter-attack, they did score then. As it's Tolisso now for Bayern Munich trying to cut out that goal from Dortmund. It's with Pavard down that right, not taking any chances, playing it back to Joshua Kimmich. Hernandez again, drilled in towards Alphonso Davies. He's already got one assist. Can he get his second? Try to take on Meunier. Doesn't quite take on Meunier and Brandt as he came to help out his right wing back, and they've won it with Passlack clearing it down the line left. Looking for Royce, too much on it over his head, and Soulé will just see it out for a throw-in, which will be taken by centre-back himself, I think, or will he leave it? I think he will leave it for Benjamin Pavard. Jerome Boateng is on the bench with the blue-dyed hair, going completely against the colours of Bayern Munich. That throw-in still being taken. Manchester City are now 2-0 up with Raheem Sterling with both goals. Alphonso Davies gets the ball from the throw. Well, not from the throw, but as a result of the throw, they've worked it over towards Alphonso Davies down the line towards Coman. Tripped up by Meunier again. Not the first time Coman's been fouled, and that will be a free kick. Deep. Well, not quite as deep in the Dortmund half as they would like, but they've taken it quickly, and now they're going to try and adventure far into the Dortmund half towards Pavard. He's had to lay it back, though, to Soulé. Back to goal. He's had to swing it round back to Pavard. He's found Soulé again. Now he's had to go to the keeper of Manuel Neuer. Takes a touch with the right foot and clears with the left. Looking, I think, for Coman, but Chan picks it up with the header, and then that header's wayward and finds Lewandowski. Finds Kimmich. A pass that's meant Martinez had to launch himself at it, but does get it towards Tolisso. He lays it into Alphonso Davies on the edge of the box. Goes to Coman on the left. Try to take on Meunier. Takes him down the left. Tries to chop inside and Brandt wins the tackle. And Dortmund have the ball back with another long clearance. Can it be held up by Haaland? This time it can. He's only got the one runner off him, and that's Royce. He's going to have to hold it up even more and allow Passlack to come into play. Now into Delaney. A right-footed touch. Does find Haaland, who keeps it alive with Passlack. Forced back to the keeper. Hits as there's no options ahead of him. With Hits taking it down that left again towards Royce, who can only flick it behind for a throw-in. Marco Reus, 28th appearance against Bayern Munich, scored 10 goals with 8 assists, only 8 wins in the fixture. We're looking to make that 9 as Bayern Munich have lost it from the throw-in as Lewandowski and Pavard couldn't quite keep it in between themselves. Good pass though from Haaland over to Brandt, his 4th assist for for Borussia Dortmund. Erling Haaland. Julian Brandt scoring his 2nd goal against Bayern Munich in 14 appearances. This is the 14th tonight. With Bayern Munich picking it back up with Kimmich. Can he go inside to Tolisso? He will. 1 touch, 2 touch. And a third will be a pass towards Muller. First time ball all the way towards Manuel Neuer. No risks being taken by Thomas Muller there. It's now Lucas Hernandez. So that's Alphonso Davies. Through the legs again towards Coman. Through the legs of Munier. But Chan can pick it up and then he can put it through the legs of Coman. Great skill. It's now the Hood. First time ball looking for Brandt. Good interception by Bayern Munich and Neuer can clear long. Looking for Tolisso. Can he flick it on? No, he'll just leave it for Lewandowski. Brings it down on the edge of the box. Tries to get a touch there and it's just fell to hit. His touch was, as the tackle was heavy from Borussia Dortmund as Lewandowski tried to bring it down and strike. Roll that quickly towards Hummels in his own box. Panics and sends it to the right to Chan. Now to Munier. Inside to Royce. Nice touch and releases to Brandt. Got his back to goal again with Martinez chasing. Can he release? Does so to Chan. It's a bit of a loose one, but they're able to keep it under their own spell here, Dortmund, and go inside to the Hood. And as there is no additional time, that will end the half at Bayern Munich 2, Borussia Dortmund 1. An 18th minute goal by Tolisso started the scoring with a shot off the crossbar, hits the line, and then back down for him to just tap it in by his left footbird, literally 1 yard out. Then Thomas Moore in the 32nd minute got up the highest between him and Paslak to head it home at the back post. And that was off the post and in for the second goal. And then in the 39th minute for a little bit of a lifeline for Dortmund so they didn't go too behind at half-time. That was cut to just one as Julian Brandt scored from an Erling Haaland pass in the box. Neuer could do nothing about it. So it's poised for a good second half. For a very, very good second half. With it being very much in the balance. Dortmund have played well. They very much have been in the game. I thought them going 2-0 down was quite unfortunate because they have been playing good football. Creating a few chances, losing possession Bayern. That's where it came from the most. That's where the goal came from itself. And I just think them going down 2-0 at half-time would have been very unfair. But that is not the case. They go down only by 1 goal and 2-1. And I think they'll be happy with their performance so far. Obviously, a couple of mistakes for the goals. But other than that, I think it's been a great performance so far. It's half-time. I'll stop the timer as well. I'll change that to half-time. Oh. I think I can do a little bit of no stats commentary for a second because I think I can get up the United game so I can have a talk through that during half-time. Oh, I can as well. It's letting me watch. My Sky Pass expires in 2099. So I've got another 79 years. It's 0-0 still. With Lindelof halfway line to Fred. Dalot getting a start. Fred again. Obviously, the game against these two teams at the weekend was just only can be described as absolutely mental. A penalty after full time. Bruno Fernandes obviously scoring. When don't they score penalties? But it is half time, and we will, I think, get more goals in the second half. I'm hoping so. Anyway, that's what you always want to hope for. Yeah, one dislike, but it is what it is. Say what a dislike they can dislike. I mean, any kind of dislike or like does help grow your page. I mean, so they're only helping technically. So if you can look at it that way, that's how I am anyway. What are the other scores as well? Actually, I should have checked that when I was doing it. City still 2-0 up. Everton still 1-0 up, and obviously Brighton and Manchester United 0-0. Dan Burn at left back, absolutely huge. I think 6'6", I think it is, or 6'7". Absolutely, that is so tall. That's stupid. Not sure who number 49 is for Brighton. Over to 34. That Veltman, former Ajax player, going up against Donny van de Beek. 49. I'm actually interested to know who 49 is for Brighton. Mulumbi, however you want to say it, playing a back three. Their striker, how do you say that? Victor Gio Quieres, something like that. I've not heard of him before. Wonder if he will score tonight at any point. We'll see after the United game actually, if it'll allow me. Yeah, for the channel this week, we are very much keeping an eye out if that Mystic Jerseys box number 2, the episode 2, will come some point this week. If it does, then depending on when it does, we'll get the video out as soon as. Go on the channel. Obviously, it's done very well. The first video, I'm very happy with how it's done. Really excited about the support on that video because I'm planning to do more football shirt videos in the future. 235 views. So what we're planning is, it's a plan of action for everyone who's here. Commentary tonight. If the Mystic Jersey box come, it will probably be uploaded on Friday. If it doesn't come on Thursday or Friday, then I'll just leave it for next week. Commentary on Sunday. Aston Villa versus Liverpool. And then Tuesday will be the first live episode of the Rising Up Stop County, the Football Manager page, Football Manager series. Thought I'd just spruce it up. The new Football Manager will be coming out in around a month and a bit's time. So I thought let's just every Tuesday live stream for a couple hours the Rise Up Stop County so you can see what goes on off camera behind the scenes. How's your goalkeeper going? You played recently. My man is probably the Oblak of Sunday League. Well, I play on Saturdays, but I mean, I wouldn't compare someone to Oblak. But I'm not being too bad. First league game, ref didn't turn up, so that's beautiful. So their coach had the ref, and fair to say, he gave a few decisions against us for his team. But no, 1-3-1 it was in the end. I made 3 great saves in the first 5 minutes. I was proper proud of myself, and then didn't do much. Nearly gave away a goal in the second half. Ball was coming towards me, and actually just dropped the ball, like completely, and it was going towards my net, and then I had to kick it out for a corner. But the ref didn't give a foul, despite the attacker was all over me. So I mean, you know, there you go. That's when their coach has to be the ref. Those kind of decisions go against you sometimes. But I mean, other than that, I didn't have much to do. One of their free kicks hit the post, and I absolutely pooed my pants because I thought it was going in, and it was very easily, like it was very easy to save. But I thought it was going wide, so I thought I'd just let it go, and then it crashed the post. So I kind of got away with that one, but no, it's going all right. 1 league game down. See how many we can get done before we probably get shut off by COVID again, which no one wants to happen. But yeah, in the description of these live streams, there will be can I pin message? In all the live streams. We okay? Oh, I thought I was just buffered. In the description, all the relevant videos you need. So the mystery football shirt videos in the description, Football Manager series playlist in the description, and the Football Talk series. Only 2 episodes so far, but that is also in the description if you missed out any of them. The new Football Talk episode we'll do it with Harvey. I don't know when the next one will be. If you've got any suggestions or topics, let me know. We are planning a tier list. We've had a tier list in the run for a bit. Then we thought we'd do our Premier League predictions first, which makes a bit more sense because it was the start of the season. But this was the tier list. I'll show you the tier list actually. Can I show you the tier list? I can show you the tier list. So here's the tier list. So it's just basically best active football top 55 tier list maker. So you got S tier, A tier, B, C, D, E, F, G, and it's based on these players. So I mean, like I was saying during the Football Talk, it's like, don't get me wrong, What example did I use? Like Godin, great player. Compared to all these, probably at the bottom. So it's just one of them ones. So we were going to plan to do that, and that would be a video. That will come soon, but I don't know if that will be the next one. I'm not sure, episode 3. Probably will be, but just keep an eye out on the channel for that. As you could, oh yeah, there you can see the see what I look at during half time. We'll go back to that screen though. So that will come soon. Second half will be underway soon. I mean, I've really enjoyed this game so far. I mean, I didn't think it would be as high intensity as it is because Bayern Munich could play so many games and Dortmund as well. I do want to see Jude Bellingham play for Dortmund though, the 17-year-old from Birmingham. Number retired for Birmingham. Still can't get over that myself because firstly 17, secondly he played 45 times for Birmingham, only scoring the 44 appearances, scoring 4 times in the league. Was at Birmingham since 2010, so obviously from a youngster. But I still don't understand why they retired his number. But he's looked really good for Dortmund so far. I think assisted on the Bundesliga debut against. That was against Gladbach in a 3-0 home win. So looking promising for him. You could say the Berkey. Well, to be fair, he didn't have a great performance at the weekend, did he? Conceding 2. I don't know who I'd compare myself, to be honest, in Sunday in my little Saturday League game. City 3-0 up as well. Ferran Torres, debut goal. Not debut goal, first goal for City. I think it's like 3rd appearance. I think he started though. It was his first start, wasn't it? Yeah, it was his first start. De Bruyne's been substituted and Kyle Walker for Bernardo Silva and Taylor Hardwood Bellis. Bernardo Silva just come back from injury, so it's good for City fans to see him get some minutes. Cole Palmer playing in the midfield for Manchester City, 18 years old, good player actually. I remember doing research for him for the Champions League because he was putting the squads, and his goal scoring record for City in the youth academy is unreal. If you want to see his stats, you can do. Just put in Cole Palmer and go on transfer market, and you can see his stats there. United Brighton still 0-0. I mean, you conceded 2 though. I conceded 1. We won 3-1. Conceded 1. It was a corner as well. Looping corner and a looping header. I've never seen a goal go in so slowly in my life. Literally, I shuffled over way too far, and then the header's looped right over to the far corner. It's literally happened in slow motion. I couldn't get there. My defender tried to clear off the line, and it went over his head. And should have kept a clean sheet. We really should have, but we can't defend corners in my team for some reason. So that meant we lost a clean sheet on the opening day, which isn't great. Yeah, what do we think of the signing of Ruben Diaz for Manchester City? If you have any opinions, put it in the chat because that's an interesting one. Oh, I thought you said 3-2. Nah, I said 3-1. Yeah, I mean, Ruben Diaz, big signing. Otamendi going the other way. I think that's 65 million or something like that for Ruben Diaz. Record-breaking signing for City. I think just beats Rodri's transfer fee. I mean, obviously, after the 5-2 loss to Leicester, I think it is very much needed for City, but I think after spending £411 million on defenders under Guardiola, you feel like this centre-back needs to work because you can't really be spending much more money than what they currently are at the minute. So, be interesting to see if he works out alongside Laporte. Have another look at the Brighton United game. Don't think United have just gone 1-0 up. Header by Scott McTominay. Just a free kick by Juan Mata. Left at the back post. Bayern went for it as well and then heads it home. Nice little goal from Scott McTominay. So United are in the lead in that game. Second half about to go underway though very soon in the Supercup. No additional time, so it should be starting in literally sort of now. Goals from Tolisso, Muller and Brandt, meaning the game is 2-1. I'm going to change this to second half before I forget, as always. There we go. Brandt's goal, though, very good finish, very composed. Because when you got a Manuel Neuer spreading himself as big as he did, it's very easy to panic and just hit it right at him. But composure right across goal. Good finish from Julian Brandt. His 8th goal for Borussia Dortmund. As the players are back out for the second half, and we're about to get underway in a couple of seconds' time. Lucien Favre, the Borussia Dortmund manager, looking for his second trophy as a Dortmund manager. His first one came last season in this fixture, in this competition, the Supercup, where it was won by Borussia Dortmund with a goal by Alcacer and Sancho. But in their previous Supercup meetings, it's gone 2-0 to Dortmund, then 2-2 to obviously both teams, but Bayern won on penalties 7-6, and then Dortmund were beat 2-0. Vidal or Muller in 2016, and then 2-0 to Dortmund in 2014 with Mkhitaryan and Aubameyang, then 4-2 to Dortmund in 2013 and 2-1 to Bayern in 2012. Mandzukic, Muller and Lewandowski for Borussia Dortmund on the goal scoring sheet. That game is we're about to kick off with Erling Haaland with kick-off. About to get away in a second as Javi Martinez returns to the pitch with Julian Brandt having a few words with Thomas Muller. Julian Brandt, can he maybe get a brace this game? Be a bit of a hero? Be a bit of the headline for this Supercup game? We'll have to find out. So it will be Haaland just strolling around the centre circle, waiting for the whistle to be blown. Still waiting. Erling Haaland. Unbelievable record for him. 8 Champions League appearances last year, and the 10 goals really burst onto the scene in the Champions League. That's how he became worldwide renowned striker. Referee still waiting for confirmation for the full-time whistle. Still waiting for it. Obviously, the commentators will know why I can't hear any game sound, any commentating noise or anything, so I have no idea what they're waiting for. Obviously, something's happened. It might be an issue of, micing or something. Everyone's having a nice little laugh and a chuckle. As Haaland still waits. I actually have no idea what they're waiting for. This is actually annoying me because I don't know why. And there we go. Second half has been kicked off. Akanji has it from Haaland, goes towards the right-hand side, towards number 24 of Meunier, headed out by Tolisso, and Dortmund have a throw which has been taken quickly, and it's already been diverted backwards towards Emre Can. It's now Mats Hummels on the ball, dinked over towards Meunier, first time pass looking inside for a Dortmund attacker, can't be found. It's now with Bayern Munich. Kimmich gives it away towards Haaland, one back again by Kimmich, and the ball has already been given back towards Manuel Neuer, who clears, and Tolisso can bring it down for Martinez. Now to Alphonso Davies, searching it down the line, looking for Kingsley Coman. Can he get there ahead of Mats Hummels? Yes, he can, just on the edge of the box on the left-hand side. Can he find his way into the box? Not quite. Keeping hold of it and finds Tolisso at the edge. Tackle by Julian Brandt, and the ball's been given away to Hitz, and he straight away rolls it out to Paslak. Now finds Akanji on the ball, forcing his way into that corner flag with press from Muller. He's able to clear it down the line, picked off by Pavard, can only divert it away for a goal kick for Borussia Dortmund, and the second half is well underway. Both games, Brighton, Man United, Everton, West Ham, both 1-0 scorelines. Everton with the 1-0 in that game, and United with the other one there at half-time, and City are 3-0 up in the 78th minute. In their game against Burnley, it's now Paslak on the ball, clears it, looking for Haaland in behind, gets there ahead of Javi Martinez, holds it up and releases to Dahoud. There's a ball on there, down the right for Meunier. He's cut through the Bayern Munich defence. Can he hit it? He can, and it's over the bar. What a chance for the Belgian. great counter-attack. Good hold-up play by Erling Haaland. Releasing to Dahoud, and a very similar pass that Muller made in the first half for Bayern's first goal. That was by Dahoud this time into Meunier. Got in the box, and you can tell he's a defender because that is not a forward-like finish. Gets his foot way under the ball and over the bar, and that should have really been 2-2. Still Lewandowski on the ball, comes deep for the ball, able to turn and run away from Mats Hummels and Delaney. Releases to Koeman on his left. Checks back into Kimmich. Dinks ball looking for Lewandowski. Nice interception from Hummels, and Passlack can deal with it to Emre Can, whoever just liked. Thank you very much. Dinked in towards Royce. Alphonso Davies wins it, and Tolisso brings it down to Javi Martinez. Now number 5, Benjamin Pavard. Made his 50th appearance at the weekend against Hoffenheim. Tolisso dinks it back towards him. He goes first time over the top looking for Muller, intercepted by Passlack, and a 50-50 between Brandt and Pavard on the second ball is being given Dortmund's way for the throw-in. Passlack to take for Dortmund. Throws it into Brandt. Lays it back off to Passlack, able to get away from Muller. Well, not too far away from Muller as he does trip him over and bring him down. Dinks very quickly looking for Meunier, and he brought it down, but the referee said the ball was moving, so he has to be retaken once again. Oliver Kahn now has a hierarchy role at Bayern Munich, very famous for being probably one of the scariest footballers around back when he played in the 90s and the early 2000s. So Kanji will take that free kick eventually. Goes for the switch, intercepted by Koeman, but his head's gone wayward, and he can look for Julian Brandt. Can't quite bring it down ahead of Tolisso, but Dortmund have won the ball back by Delaney. Now Meunier attacks down the right-hand side, tries to take on Alphonso Davies, doesn't, but gets a crossing, and it's been intercepted by Hernandez, which kind of sent it right across the box in a more inviting position, but couldn't be met by Haaland or any of the Dortmund attackers, and it will be a throw-in, though, on the other side for Passlack, as Brandt did get clipped by Tolisso in that run of play, but he's okay now, and Tolisso apologises, and Brandt's back on his feet. Passlack with that throw-in to Brandt, can't quite meet it, and it goes through his legs and can be picked up by Tolisso. His wayward pass has gone to Hummels, and he forces it back to hits right on the edge of his own box. Allows for Dortmund to get back in position and then chip it towards Passlack down that left. Wins the header and flicks it on towards Brandt. Can't quite find that German, but does find Nicolas Soule, with Neuer now retrieving the ball and clearing it towards Koeman. Header won by Can. Can't be put under control by Dahoud, and runs all the way to Nicolas Soule, who's now on the ball and finds it through the gaps to Lewandowski, who's again dropped deep for the ball. And plays it back to Benjamin Pavard. Now Kimmich. Switch towards Tolisso and can bring it down and release to Koeman. Down the left, we know how dangerous he can be. Still looking for his first goal against Dortmund. Can't quite find a shooting position. So he's Javi Martinez now on it. Plays it to Tolisso. Can't find a switch pass, but will go back down the left towards Alphonso Davies. In the box is Muller. Can't quite find him. The ball pass intercepted and had to be poked out by Delaney for a corner as Muller kept the press going and does win that corner for his team. I think he'll be an in-swinger now. He'll be taken quickly by Muller to Kimmich, who would usually take it. On a better angle, is able to dink it in towards Tolisso. Header won by Can. And can be won first by Brandt, but no Dortmund plays there to keep it going. And Hernandez's wayward ball is going to out play for a throw-in for Borussia Dortmund. Meunier with the throw. Looking for an option here, the Belgian. He's gone way too far forward. Referee's telling him to go back, and he has finally to take the throw towards Dahoud, taken down by Tolisso in the end. The referee deems it a foul. Gnabry going, or returning from the warm-up, maybe getting ready to come on, as the wayward ball from Chan's found Pavard's head, but his head has gone straight to a Borussia Dortmund player, and it's been sent over the top to Brandt down the left-hand side. They've got numbers over here. Nicolas Soule with a great tackle on Brandt in the box. Sends out for a corner. Could have been a lot dangerous. Could have been a lot more dangerous than it turned out to be, that attack there for Dortmund. Yeah, Gnabry getting ready to come on. Scored in the 4-0 victory against Dortmund at home on the 9th of November of 2019. Serge Gnabry, it's been crossed in by Brandt, headed away by Bayern Munich to the edge of the box where Meunier heads it to his left to De Hood. Finds Brandt from the corner. A nice pass into De Hood down the left who made a run. Poked into Akanji, tries to turn. Does so, De Hood pokes it off Lewandowski, but it was offside anyway, I think, given by the referee. Let's have a look. So De Hood gets it down the line, pokes it into Akanji. He turns, and yeah, it comes off the foot of Akanji, and De Hood was offside. So here comes Gnabry. 92nd appearance for the club on 39 goals. Can he get that 40th, replacing Koeman? Was great in the Champions League in that mini knockout tournament in Portugal, where Serge Gnabry scored a wonderful goal against Lyon to kick-start the scoring in that game. And we just know how dangerous this man can be. Formerly of West Brom, Arsenal as well. I think also played for Werder Bremen, I think, as well. Now to try and play out from the back. Hoffenheim. Alphonso Davies on the ball down the left-hand side. Tackle by Meunier. Yeah, it was Werder Bremen. Should have had more confidence in my football knowledge. There's Davies. Trying to take the throw. Does so. Down to Gnabry, number 7 now. Tackle by Meunier, but recovers it nicely, but gives away a throw-in inside his own half. Gnabry. Roy's trying to take it quickly. Leaves it, though, for Meunier, who has only made the 3 appearances so far for Dortmund, as they've lost it from the throne, but Akanji presses Lewandowski and wins it fairly, and Delaney can thread through in, and Haaland in the box. He strikes it into the bottom left corner. No offside flag given, and Dortmund, from 2 goals down, have got it back to 2-2, and it's that boy again, Erling Haaland, with an unbelievable finish. Lucien Favre, the Borussia Dortmund coach, will be absolutely delighted with that in his 95th game as Dortmund manager. Martinez gave it away. Oh no, Lewandowski gave it away. Into Delaney. Onside. Great timed run from Haaland. Split Hernandez and Soule in half. And let it run across his body onto his left. Around 14 yards out from goal. Neuer with no chance. Again, tried to spread himself as big as he could. But no stopping. The 19-year-old wonder kid, born in Leeds, made for the top European stage. Bayern Munich 2, Borussia Dortmund 2. We've got another class Supercup on our hands here tonight. Two, there we go. As it's Davies down that left, intercepted off Marco Reus. Going to be a throw-in for Bayern Munich. We did have a 2-2 draw back in 2017, like I mentioned, at half-time. Where Bayern Munich won 7-6 on penalties. Will we get a repeat of that, or maybe a repeat of the 4-2 Dortmund win back in 2013, where Reus scored twice that day? So we do have Tolisso down this left, very congested, trying to get it away from this congested area. Gnabry's been brought down. Going to be a free kick for Bayern Munich. I think it was Delaney who gave the foul away. It's Javi Martinez. To Nicolas Soule. To Martinez. Touch just inside the Bayern half. Very close to the halfway line. Now Hernandez into Davies. Finds Tolisso. Gnabry. In the final third, has to turn back. Finds Davies. Going to go for a switch towards Pavard. Pass isn't so accurate, but evades Paslak and does find Pavard. It's now Martinez. Swipes it across towards Joshua Kimmich. Pokes it towards Gnabry, met by Meunier, and one back, and it's now Reus on the ball, keeping it for Dortmund. It's now back to Meunier, into Delaney. Meunier again. Having to turn and play it down the line. Nicely done. Royce first time ball. His pass intercepted. And finds Lewandowski, who's been fouled on the edge of the box by Meunier. For dangerous play with the studs up. Did win the ball fairly, Meunier, but I mean, the referee seemed it the other way around. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, the stud just up. Good decision by the referee. Did win the ball completely, but very dangerous with the studs up. Will they shoot or will they cross? It's from the left-hand side. Joshua Kimmich is on it. It looks like he's going to cross it, but if he gets the cross in the right area, it could easily fall to that back post and maybe fall into the back of the net. For what would be his 26th goal in a Bayern Munich shirt, or could he instead pick up his 60th assist? He crosses it towards that back post, easily caught by hits. In the end, and he's telling to calm his team down, let everyone get back in position as he rolls it out to Akanji. Inside to Brandt, 1 touch, 2 touch, gives it away. Pavard, Muller into Tolisso, keeps it alive with Thomas Muller. Looking in behind for Gnabry, well dealt with by Hummels. Akanji can only head away for Tolisso. Releases it to Kimmich. Gets past Muller and shoots and over the bar. Sorry, got past Hummels there. Left-footed shot, weak-footed shot. Speculative to say the least, but wasn't too far away for his weak foot. What a timed run, though, from Erling Haaland, by the way. To keep on side with that Bayern Munich line. I don't know if they've got VAR in tonight, but they didn't need it anyway because he was clearly on side. To get his 19th goal in a 22 appearance gap for Borussia Dortmund. His hits, clears it. And can be won by Hernandez. His header's been fallen to Dahoud, and it's fell to Royce, who flicks it over his head into Erling Haaland. He's in behind again. Can he score? What a save from Manuel Neuer. Not sure if he was onside or offside, but play does continue. And Haaland really should have scored. Dahoud got it from the header won by Hernandez, and then Royce just flicked it over his head and found Haaland marauding in behind, through on goal. Only Neuer to beat, and unlike the first time, where he was able to slot it past Neuer, this time he could only hit it, I think, onto his right hand. Good save by Neuer. Still at the score of 2-2. Manuel Neuer looking for his 200th clean sheet in a Bayern Munich shirt. Didn't get it, instead of conceded 283rd and 284th goal in the Bayern Munich jersey. As it's been dinked over to Alphonso Davies. Keeps it despite being held back by Royce, and it's been a foul given on him, as Royce was maybe pulling him back a little bit too much for the referee's liking. Been taken quickly, and with half an hour to go, it's Kimmich on the ball. Sule who can bring it forward and get out of his feet and release quickly to Benjamin Pavard. Forced back towards Manuel Neuer, unfortunately. Not being able to look forward as much as Sule. On the ball, gives it to Martinez. First time pass, looking to put it around the corner towards Muller. Straight out for a throw-in the end. Yeah, Erling Haaland was well onside from that over-the-top ball from Marco Reus. And unlike the first time, a big, strong right hand from Manuel Neuer keeps it out. He probably should have gone far post instead of at the front post, Erling Haaland, but can't take away anything from that save from Manuel Neuer as ball's been cleared by Dortmund, looking for Haaland, can't quite find him. It's Sule who deals with it and needs to try and keep it in play here with Haaland with good press, finding Neuer, who's right in the corner flag, clears it, and the ball does stay in, and it can be moved quickly on by Delaney, looking for Erling Haaland in behind, and his outstretched leg couldn't bring it down, and it will be into the hands of Manuel Neuer, who quickly picks it up and kicks it out of his hands to the left-hand side to Alphonso Davies. Into Gnabry, back to Davies again, right on that halfway line. He's now Corentin Tolisso. A nice sprayed ball to Pavard. He's got more to his left, and he will use him. Now Sule over to Hernandez. Forced again back to Neuer. Showing these new gegenpresses is really working in the modern age, forcing teams all the way back as they do insist to keep it. Neuer's chipped it over towards Sule, has to bring it down and does so. into Pavard. Good pressing from Dortmund. Again, forced back to Manuel Neuer. He had to clear first time. Loops in the air. The Kanji can't win it on Lewandowski, but the touch from Lewandowski goes in behind, looking for Muller. Couldn't quite find the German international, and it finds Hummels, who's forced it back to Hitz. Dinked in towards Dahoud, can't win his header, and it's now fell to Joshua Kimmich. Slows the game down to Benjamin Pavard. Now Kimmich again. He's now worked his way to Davies. Cross blocked by Chan. Falls back to Tolisso. He's only got one tonight. Switches it to Pavard. Can he put a cross in? Tries to go inside to Martinez on the edge of the box. Cut out. And it's now Dahoud. Pokes it through the legs of Pavard into Paslak. Looks for a outside of the boot ball. Looking for Erling Haaland. Can he keep it in? Yes, he can. Great running from the Norwegian. Can he get past Sule? Instead lays it off, looking for Paslak, and it's a great interception from Kimmich. Straight to Neuer to chip it out wide right to Pavard. Couldn't bring it down. Out for a Borussia Dortmund throw. Brandt has it in his hands. Will drop it and leave it for Paslak, who will take. No changes made for Borussia Dortmund just yet. Only the one as well from Bayern Munich, and that was Serge Gnabry who came on. Paslak throws it down to Brandt. Back to Paslak. Tackled by Pavard. It's going to be a carbon copy of that situation. It's going to be another throw-in. Throw into Royce. He's able to chest it down and try and play in behind Erling Haaland. Too much on it. Neuer can easily collect and roll out to Alphonso Davies. Will we get an extra time? Will we get a penalty shootout? I don't know what we'll get, but if he stays a draw, it'll be either one of the two. I think he'll go straight to penalties, if I'm going to be honest. Sule on the ball, can bring it forward for Bayern Munich. Uses Pavard to his right. Lays it off to Javi Martinez. Sule once again into Joshua Kimmich. Good press from Dahoud, but can't quite win the ball on Kimmich. Great composure from the central midfielder, and it's worked his way over to Alphonso Davies, who looks to get inside the box, and he does so. I try to take on a couple of Dortmund plays, deflects over towards Lewandowski. Good tackle from Akanji. Hooked away from Dortmund, only as far as Benjamin Pavard on the ball, around 40 yards out. Gets a cross in, looking for Alphonso Davies at the back post. Had to be headed behind by Meunier. Didn't take any dangers in trying to concede any kind of goal, so instead concedes the corner instead. If he was given a shout maybe by a Dortmund defender, he could have left that, but no risks taken as Gnabry plays it short over to Kimmich on the better angle for the cross. Can't get the cross in, so goes to his right to Hernandez. It's now Martinez, first time whip ball in. Looking for the back post. It's from Hummels who can't deal with it, and Kimmich can't take it under his control, and it's cleared. Looks as far as Davies keeps it alive. With Pavard, it's now worked to Gnabry on the left, sorry. Muller on the edge. Davies. Done well to keep it there by Munich, but having to be forced back once again. Now to Tolisso. Into Pavard. Inside to Gnabry. It's keeping the ball here. Bayern Munich waiting for an opening. It's Gnabry, looks for a cross, headed away. And this time forced to a yellow shirt, and it's Erling Haaland who will look to run in behind and get in between the two of Hernandez and Sule. But a foul's been given against him and a yellow card on Hernandez. A booking given by the referee as he deemed it a foul. Needs to be careful what he's saying there. Hernandez could be going into a red card. Erling Haaland decided to take his chances to get in between the two central defenders. Does Hernandez get the ball? Oh, he does though, to be fair. Sandwiched in between the two centre-halves. Erling Haaland, but you could definitely argue Hernandez got that ball first. I think it's harsh. I can understand why he's complaining like he did. It was a yellow card and a free kick for Dortmund, so they won't be complaining, that's for sure. Going to take in, switch to the left to Paslak. He goes to Akanji. Takes a touch and he goes over to Mats Hummels. Now Emre Can. Takes a touch and is able to turn. Get it to Meunier. Works it down line to Hummels. He made a run off the ball, but the ball's gone out of play. Will be a throw for Bayern Munich. Double change for Borussia Dortmund with Nico Schulz coming on. And I think that is the Real Madrid Reina. Because they've got Giovanni Reina and then just Reina on its own. They're Brazilian. And it will be the Brazilian Reina Jesus Carvalho, but he is just named Reina. So while he is the only Reina on the pitch, we'll call him Reina. If Giovanni gets introduced, then we'll have to call him Reina Jesus Carvalho, something like that. So it'll be Haaland to come off for Reina. Surprised to see Haaland come off, to be completely honest. There might just be a little bit of tiredness, fatigue, something like that. Doesn't seem too bothered about coming off. And then Nico Schulz, I'm presuming, replaced Paslak. To be fair, isn't and that or Munich? I think Paslak's gone over to the right, and Munier's come off, and Nico Schulz will play down the left. It's the left wing back of Alphonso Davies has it. Forced back to Hernandez. Now Manuel Neuer on the ball. Clears left again for Davies, able to chest it down and bring it forward, look for a ball forward, and does find Gnabry. Laid it off to Tolisso. He's going to look forward for the pass, not look backwards, and he does find Gnabry. Try to take on Paslak, who looks like he's going to be playing the full 90 minutes and the last 20 minutes of the game, but he's won it back for Dortmund, and Gnabry's lost it with now Dahoud on the ball. In the Borussia Dortmund half, this is, right on the edge of their box. Chan finds Delaney, now Dahoud able to turn and switch to Nico Schulz. Laid down to Brandt. Turns once, can't be turned twice because he's pulled down by Javi Martinez. Relax, Hernandez, the referee is the lady. Yeah, did get right in the face, and to be fair, he had a bit of a good point there, because it did look like he kind of got the ball from one angle, and then probably another angle. It looked like he completely took Haaland out, so it depends how you see it. But substitutions, Nico Schulz only played the 11 league games last year with the one goal against Mainz. Did play the full 90 minutes at left back last year in the Supercup. Has to settle for a substitute performance. He has slotted in Reina in behind down the left. Sule does recover, but he does switch it to the right to Paslak. Can he get a goal? He shoots, and it's just wide of the near post. I think Reina was offside from the original pass from Schulz. Just was, but I think the linesmen are advised to keep their flags down, like the Premier League refs are now, until the attack is over. It's close, but I think was just offside. Goal kick already taken. It's Kimmich on the ball, patrolling that midfield as he always does. It's now Sule, forced back to Neuer again. Good pressing from Reina, who's took up that striker position. Works waits to Hernandez on the left. Cleared. Down the line. Chan can't win it. Muller's in behind, but Hummels comes across nicely to deal with it. In that corner flag. Tries to get it to Hitz. And does it a corner. It's a throw-in. Was able to avoid the corner, but he sliced clearance. Went out for a throw-in instead. Hummels with the poor pass. 118 appearances in his 2 spells at Bayern Munich for the first team, as Gnabry's worked it into the box. Hooks it in. It's Brandt who deals with the first one, and Schulz with the second with a big clearance. And it's going to be a chase between Reina and Sule, and it's Reina who gets there and pokes it only as far as Hernandez. Like I said, for Hummels, 118 appearances in his 2 spells at Bayern, one from 1995 to 08 during his youth years, then moved to Dortmund for 8 years from 08 to 2016, where he made 353 appearances with 26 goals. And then throughout his 2 spells at Bayern, he made 118 appearances with 8 goals, as well as they've worked it to Gnabry on the left. Looks to cut in, or will he not? He'll look for a ball across, and it's Chan who deals with it. With a timid cross, really, to be honest, and it's Alphonso Davies who keeps it alive. It's Gnabry's dropped deep for the ball. Goes over to Javi Martinez. Release to Hernandez. We'll look to bring it forward. Is it to Tolisso? Back to Hernandez. It's now Gnabry. Tolisso again. He's going to look for Pavard down the right, and he has found him. He's going to go for a cross. Benjamin Pavard. It's a low cross, and it dangles between Muller and Kimmich, but it's Dortmund who get there first, and it's Akanji who will just see it out for a goal kick. Completely bosses Pavard there. He went in quite aggressively as the ball just fell. As Goretzka decides to eat a banana. He's not even part of the squad, but he's keeping ahead of his nutrition with the banana. I bet it's Giovanni Reina who's coming on, isn't it? Royce comes off the captain, suffered a lot of injuries, so to see him playing 72 minutes is great to see. Reina does come on. So if I just say Reina on its own, it's the Brazilian one who's from Real Madrid, and Giovanni Reina is obviously Giovanni Reina. I'll say his full, his first name and his second name. So they're the two comparisons. They are spelled differently, but said the exact same way. So from the goal kick, it's Akanji over to Emre Can. He's going to have to clear it down the line. Flicked on by Giovanni Reina, and it does fall to Dahoud in that midfield. He's played well, Dahoud, in the midfield tonight. Holds it up and finds Paslak. He's going to look forward and go back into Dahoud. Looks for first time pass to Giovanni Reina. Intercepted by Bayern Munich, and they do have the ball now with Gnabry down that left. Works nicely around the back and towards that right-hand side to Pavard. Had to use the full back line to get it over to him, and he's gone backwards to Nicolas Soule. Javi Martinez. Over to Lucas Hernandez, who brings it forward for Bayern Munich. So he'll drop it off behind into Alphonso Davies. Completes a 1-2 with Tolisso. Now back to Hernandez again on the halfway line. Tolisso into Muller, brings it down nicely, then releases Gnabry down the left. Will he get there first? He will, ahead of Cham with a big slide tackle. Can't quite keep it in though, Gnabry with his heavy touch. For a Borussia Dortmund throw-in as 17 minutes to go plus 7 on time. It is still at 2-2. Emre Can with a big slide tackle, making his 19th appearance. Only joined in January, permanently in the summer. Is good luck for a long ball to Giovanni Reina, who can't win that ball, and Bayern Munich have it again. Pavard into Martinez. Just lays it off to Nicolas Soule. Inside towards Muller. First time ball over to Pavard. Not the vintage Muller performances we used to in recent times, but he can spark at any moment like he did for the header from the Alphonso Davies cross. But other than the goal that he was a part of, he's not really done too much, Thomas Muller, tonight. But I mean, he's there to score goals, and he has done that at least once tonight, so it's been a decent night's work as Benjamin Pavard's worked it down the right and has been tripped up in a dangerous area for a free kick in that final third on that far right towards it going out for a throw-in, but they've been able to keep it in and win the free kick, so a chance to get bodies forward in the box here with Kimmich about to put an in-swinger into the box. Like I said, can he find his 60th assist for the club? Joshua Kimmich. He played right back for the full game last year. Now a midfielder, he has crossed it in, headed away to the edge of the box. So Alphonso Davies decides to shoot, deflected, and can be worked away by Dortmund. Down that right-hand side to Paslak, lays it off to Nico Schulz, who's been caught on the right-hand side here, turns and clears, headed away by Hernandez into Tolisso. Ball put into the midfield, and it's a risky one as Brandt picks it up, but a poor touch from him, falls to Kimmich, and was caught in the face there by Kimmich, Brandt. And he's going to be given it as a free kick. Kimmich not quite agreeing with the decision made by the referee. Let's have a look, because he slips on the ball and then grabs his neck and face there, Kimmich, to get ahead of him. A definite foul. Good decision by the referee. Kimmich can laugh and smirk all he wants, but that is definitely a free kick. As it is going to be a replacement here, double substitution, one for Dortmund, and it's going to be Benjamin Pavard. Benjamin Pavard comes off, and it is Chris Richards, number 41, to replace him. Made the one league appearance for 6 minutes last year against Freiburg. Played 30 games in League 3 for Bayern Munich's second team last year with the 4 goals. Did play 17 minutes in the first game against Schalke 8-0 of this season, joined in 2018 from Dallas. He's 28 years of age, and he's American, so great to see another American shining. In the Bundesliga is Brandt is also replaced, and it is the man I requested at half-time to come on, Jude Bellingham, at the age of 17, formerly of Birmingham City. Number retired for his contributions in his 44 games for Birmingham City. So Pavard off, Richards on, Brandt off, Bellingham on. It's been intercepted there by Chris Richards, sorry. The pass, but he diverts it away for a throw-in. Schulz to take the throw-in down the line, flicked on by Reina towards Dahoud. Can't win the chase on Soule. And Neuer can clear it first time towards Muller. Goes over his head, and Akanji can cover and deal with it. Heads it down to Schulz. Looks down the line for Reina. Intercepted by Muller, out for a throw-in. Throw taken quickly and hooked away towards Giovanni. Reina puts pressure on Sule to have to touch it out for a throw-in. Can he try and take it quickly? He was going to, but the right option wasn't on, so we wait for Schulz to come and take it down that left-hand side. Needs a bit more movement here. Schulz throws it down to Reina, looking for Giovanni Reina. Ball intercepted off Kimmich, and Bellingham chased for it. Bodied off the ball by Hernandez, and he clears only as far as a throwing right on that halfway line for Borussia Dortmund. As the more the minutes go on, the more penalties look looming for both teams. Was that Bellingham? Ooh, Bellingham shouldered off the ball in the back in the box, and it was just slow as a slow motion, but I don't think it was a penalty. It would have been quite harsh if it was given. As it's now hits on the ball in the 6-yard box for Borussia Dortmund. Clears towards Bellingham. His pass is looped in the air, but thankfully it's been won by a header of, I think that is Piszczek who's come on. That must have been a substitution I missed, and Bayern Munich has won it back though with Davies. I did not see Piszczek come on. Who did he come on for? Mats Hummels. So Piszczek also came on for Mats Hummels. I just did not see that happen, sorry. Piszczek, age 35, still going strong. Adapts his game to a centre-back now as Alphonso Davies still on the ball. To Tolisso. Foul by Bellingham. Going to be a free kick taken quickly towards Xavi Martinez. Looks to the left for Lucas Hernandez. Going to bring it forward. Drill it into Lewandowski. Heavy touch and a miss-slip, but falls to Muller. His poked pass falls to Bellingham. And then a bit of a scrappy play in the midfield, and Davies can head it down to Kimmich as Bayern Munich back in control of possession again. Hooked over to this right-hand side to Chris Richards, who's primarily a centre-back, but doing a shift at right-back for the last 15 minutes or so of this game. Play back to Neuer. Clear with the left boot towards Davies. Headed down the line looking for Gnabry. Can't be found, and it's Piszczek who it falls to. He goes to Hitz. Goes nicely to the right wing-back of Paslak. Bellingham's touch wasn't quite on point and was able to be won by Hernandez. Again, Bayern Munich with 11 minutes to go with the ball inside their own half. Davies again. Going to look backwards for Lucas Hernandez. As Everton are 2-1 up. Richarlison and Snodgrass goals. As Borussia Dortmund have won it with Giovanni Reina, and Brighton United are still 1-0 to United. Schulz with it as they've slowed down the attack of the game. Akanji, misplaced pass. It's intercepted by Martinez. Tries to distribute to Lewandowski up front. A bit of a wayward ball, and Chan can pick it up and switch to Paslak. Great touch into Bellingham. Back to Paslak. Poor pass from Bellingham. That's way too much there with Paslak, and he can't quite keep his touch in play. Out for another throw-in, and it's been taken quickly to Sule now. Martinez with a touch. Does get out of his feet to Lucas Hernandez. Tolisso into Kimmich. We go for an audacious looking switch to Gnabry, and he gets found in the box, brings it down, tries to chop into his left, lays it off to Richards down the right, gets a good cross in, and it's been cleared by Emre Can. Got there ahead of Lewandowski. Clearance falls to Martinez as they look to mount another attack. Bayern Munich. 125 meetings between the two sides. 61 wins for Bayern Munich, 34 for Borussia Dortmund, 249 goals for Bayern Munich, obviously now 251, and 166 for Dortmund, now 168 goals in the fixture. It's been zipped into Lewandowski trying to find the run off him of Gnabry, but it falls to Richards instead. Lays it off to his left-hand side to Kimmich, trying to take on 3 yellow shirts, can't quite do so, and it's Akanji who picks it up on the edge of the box, and it's Piszczek who needs to clear, comes out with the ball and finds Bellingham. Back to Piszczek, full of running despite at the age of 35. Finds his way inside the Bayern Munich half. Goes back towards Delaney in the end. Now Bellingham forces it to Schulz out wide left. He's got Giovanni Reina with him, and he'll use him. Back to Schulz in the end. Akanji. Into Delaney, slips up and intercepted by Kimmich, and he can release Lewandowski. Back towards Kimmich in the box, takes control, great save from Hitz, and then bounces back off the knee of Kimmich while he slides on the ground. And a late goal for Bayern Munich could see them wrap up the German Supercup. Very, very unfortunate for the Borussia Dortmund goalkeeper Hitz. made the first save, and as Kimmich was falling when taking the shot, it bounced back off his knee while sliding on the ground and went into the roof of the goal. And despite it being a very even second half, it is 3-2 to Bayern Munich. Akanji gave it to Delaney. A heavy touch and a slip due to a onrushing pressure of Kimmich meant he could release Lewandowski, played it back into Kimmich. Shot saved firstly by Hitz, and then, if I see this again, nicely won back by Kimmich, showing why he's one of the best central midfielders in the world. Into Lewandowski, unselfish to Kimmich. Touch strike saved, and then as he's falling, he's able to poke out his left boot, it is in the end, actually, not his knee. His left boot, able to poke it out and elevate the height to get it over the goalkeeper and into the back of the net. What play from Joshua Kimmich. And Delaney with head in hands as he gave away the ball. Needs to try and get his head back into the game because, you know, there's still 7 minutes to go and there is still a chance that Dortmund could possibly get an equaliser, but really poor from Delaney. There's 2 substitutes have been made. For Dortmund, it is Robert Lewandowski off for Xerxes and Javi Martinez off for Musiala, the young midfielder. So we do continue 3-2. But that goal was super scuffed. Yeah, well, to be fair, it was a great save from Hitch for the first one, but the fact he was able to just poke out his left foot like he did to get it over the keeper, despite falling to the ground, I thought was unreal. As it is, Hernandez on the ball for Bayern Munich with 6.5 minutes to go. Chip down the line. Header won by Piszczek, but only as far as a throw-in for Bayern Munich, as they look to maybe see off the game with a fourth. And like I said, repeat that 2013 final against Dortmund where they won 4-2. Well, Dortmund won 4-2 that night, so it'd be a bit of a reverse. Still taking the throw-in. Alphonso Davies does take it to Musiala in the end. Brings it down and I think gives away a free kick with handball with control. So a free kick for Borussia Dortmund. No goal for Lewandowski tonight, but always a threat when he's on the pitch. Piszczek to Jude Bellingham. Back to Piszczek. Heavy touch. Pass is deflected but does fall to a man in yellow and they work it well down this right-hand side. Passlack. Forced to Bellingham, lets it go out for a throw-in as the Passlack dribble was cut off by a Bayern Munich player. With Piszczek into Delaney, dinks it down the right, looking for Passlack. He's going to chase it against Alphonso Davies. Davies gets there first and does get it to Neuer, takes a touch and chips it back down that left-hand side for Davies. Looks for Tolisso, misses it, but thankfully for him, falls to another Bayern Munich player and he has released Gnabry down the left. It's going to open up a lot more for Bayern Munich. It's Gnabry, holds on to it, then finds Tolisso on the edge on the right-hand side. Goes to Kimmich, the goal scorer of the third. Now Richards forced back to Sule. Kind of lucky. Yeah, was kind of lucky, but I still think, you know, a lot of players wouldn't have done what he tried to do and actually get a foot out to try and get it into the goal. They would have just kind of gave up because they missed the first strike. Muller into Tolisso down the left. It looks like he's going to be playing another 90 minutes in the Supercup. Piszczek gets across nicely and gets a good tackle in and clears it off Tolisso out for a goal kick. Well defended by the experienced Polish international. Age of 35 now, a great veteran for Borussia Dortmund actually. Lucas Piszczek, been there for 10 years and this is his 365th appearance for the club. 30th against Bayern Munich, he's won 10 of those and not scored yet. How would it be if he scored in this game to get them on level terms? As Schulz gets into Bellingham, first time swipe across for De Hood, taken out on the halfway line by Tolisso. Despite his disgust, the decision's been given against the Frenchman. I think De Hood's been fantastic for Dortmund in the midfield tonight. Really kept the game going for Dortmund as they've worked it out to Schulz again. His pass deflected, thankfully back to Akanji, and his head has been misplaced and it's gone straight to Xerxes. He's been tackled and Gnabry leaves it for a throw-in down that right-hand side as he knew that was going to be Bayern's ball. Xerxes now the backup striker this season for Bayern Munich. Scored 4 goals in the league last year in the 9 appearances he made. Not involved in the Supercup last year. Is this year. Joined from final in 2017 as He's just laid it off to Musiala, who keeps the ball under his spell, but tackled by Jude Bellingham. That Musiala for Bayern Munich is 17, and Jude Bellingham is also 17. Absolutely ridiculous ages there, being at such a high quality stage in the European game at such a young age. Schul's pass had been misplaced and it's fell to Kimmich. It's now Müller. Finds Davies. Hernandez, first time ball into Kimmich. Does find Sule. Richards, number 41. Trying to go over the top, looking for Xerxes. A little bit too much on it and can run for hits as we've just, we'll have 2.5 minutes plus about maybe 3 or 4 minutes of added on time. Dortmund need to push up for a goal because they're not looking too dangerous as of yet, especially with the likes of Marco Reus, Julian Brandt, who scored one of the goals, and Marco Reus off the pitch, not as threatening as Kanji pokes it into Delaney. Dink to Schulz, brought down towards Bellingham, intercepted but falls to Delaney. His pass is misplaced and goes to Alphonso Davies. He's going to look to run at the defence. He's going to keep running. Tripped by a Borussia Dortmund midfielder, and it's going to be a free kick around 25 yards out, just on the left-hand side of the box. I think he was taken down by Paslak, who just tried anything to stop the Canadian from bearing down on goal. Yeah, just tripped by Paslak, Alphonso Davies. Asking to give him another card. Paslak, I think he's only been booked once, I think. No, not yet. I am not talking right. United 2-0 up. Juan Mata, 73rd minute goal. It's going to be hits with, I think, a 4-man wall, is that? He's just in the way, so I can't tell. It's actually going a 5-man wall. Around 25 yards out. Muller's over it on the right foot. Can he score, Thomas Muller? Maybe his 201st Bayern Munich, or 202nd, sorry, Bayern Munich goal. He's only got one tonight. Muller's over it. Muller will take it. He'll get it over the wall and just wide. Very, very close. Just a yard away from goal, I think, there from Thomas Muller to wrap up the German Supercup. As Hitch takes the goal kick quickly. Chip to the left-hand side to Schulz. Brings it down nicely. Finds Delaney. First time ball around the corner. And he finds Reina. Met by Hernandez. Great recovery. Challenge to stop a certain dangerous attack. And Dortmund do have the throw-in, but could have been a lot more dangerous than what it was in the end. It's thrown back to Schulz. Now Akanji. Over to Emre Can. About to hit the 90th minute in 35 seconds time. Peace check. We go inside to Bellingham. He's able to turn and find Peace check again down the right. Looking for Dahoud. Deflected back to Bellingham. Misplaced touch, and it'll be a throw-in on that left for Bayern Munich in the end. Very scrappy. 20 seconds till we find out the additional time. I think about 3 or 4 minutes, maybe a bit less, maybe 2 or 3. Because the ref didn't give any additional time at the end of the first half. It'll be 3 minutes of added on time. It's been headed into play to Musiala, who scored against Schalke in the 8-0 win in his first senior appearance. The ball's been won back by Dortmund and can't be set away. Reina. Actually, it was his third senior appearance for Musiala. For his goal against Schalke, as Chan gets it over to Piszczek. Looks for a switch towards Giovanni Reina. Brings it down very nicely, Giovanni Reina, and he has yellow bodies ahead of him. Takes time. And it's been given away to Bayern Munich, to Gnabry. Poor possession play. Completes a 1-2 with Muller. Too much on it. Akanji can pick it up. Musiala actually scored on his second senior appearance for Bayern Munich, as he did feature in the 4-1 defeat to Muller, as Dortmund have worked it nicely in the midfield with Bellingham and Giovanni Reina, or just Reina, sorry. Now Schulz into Giovanni Reina. On the edge of the box, finds the overlapping Schulz. Can he get it across the box? It's blocked off by Richards. And poked away by Richards only as far as a corner. And with just under 2 minutes to go, could we get a dramatic late ending to force it to penalties? Plays to aim for, everyone back for Bayern. Taken to the edge of the box to Dahoud, then crosses it in and headed away by Davies. I don't know if he got a shout there because he should have left it, because that was aiming for no one, as hits He's joined the box from his goal. Imagine if he scores, it definitely will be his first career goal, that's for sure. Needs to be a good delivery for Dortmund. A minute to go. They've really matched the German and European champions all the way. A late draw would definitely be deserved. And it's going to be crossed in towards, hits it, misses him to Chan. It falls in the to the ground, and I think there's a foul in the process. And it'll be a Bayern Munich free kick as Hitz makes his way back to goal. No rushing from Manuel Neuer. Don't know if it was a handball or maybe Emre Can. I think he was grappling a player. Yeah, just used the shoulders of Lucas Hernandez to try and help boost his jump. Literally using him as a piggyback. He will eventually take it with 20 seconds left on the clock. Towards Xerxes. Flicks it on towards Gnabry. Now it's Muller. Brings it down nicely into Gnabry again. Inside to Musiala. Touch has just gone behind him, and Dortmund could pick it up as Akanji's been given a very loose ball and has dealt with it nicely and cleared. So I think that is Reina. Last attack for Dortmund. Sends it over the top. Cut out by Richards the first time and wins the second. Falls to Delaney as they look to get it to Paslak. The referee blows the whistle. And Bayern Munich win yet again another trophy. They won the German Cup last year. They won the Bundesliga last year. They won the Champions League last year. They won the European Supercup at the start of this season. And now they've won the German Supercup at the start of the season as well. What dominance from Bayern Munich. A very, very justifiable performance from Dortmund, because they definitely kept in it for the whole game, despite being 2-goal down at one point, then getting it back to 2-0. Entertaining game, end to end, both teams showing that they want to win. And in the end, it does end Bayern Munich 3, Dortmund 2, and Bayern Munich yet again winning more silverware. It's their 77th piece of silverware, to be exact. It's their 8th Super Cup in total, now making the gap between them and Dortmund 2 Super Cups as Dortmund finish on 6 for the moment. A mistake from Delaney for that third and final goal by Joshua Kimmich was the difference in the 82nd minute, and that's what made it fall through the fingers of Borussia Dortmund. Both teams can look at that game and take many positives, but in the end, it is Bayern Munich who come away with the German Super Cup. They've won it in 1987, 1990, 2010, 2012, 2016, 2017, 2018, and now 2020. Unfortunately, Borussia Dortmund could not do the double over Bayern Munich in the Super Cup as they won it last year 2-0 with Alcacer and Sancho goals. But in the end, it finishes Bayern Munich 3, Borussia Dortmund 2. With the Super Cup staying, or now returning to the Allianz Arena, should I say. Hernandez apologised to the ref, yeah, because he was a bit vocal for that yellow card he got. Group stage for the Champions League tomorrow, if you're interested. Coverage starts 3:45. I don't know when the draw is, but presumably around 4 o'clock of the draw. But what a game. Kimmich, the match winner in the end, with an unbelievable goal. Because the fact that he actually was able to stick his left boot out after he missed the first shot, I thought was just unreal, to be honest. I can't lie, just the way he fell to the ground, but yet stick out his left boot, I thought that was just a really clever goal. As United go 3-0 up, Paul Pogba with that goal, and Everton go 3-1 up with a second for Calvert-Lewin. Kimmich with back-to-back goals this week. Well, the end of last week and the start of this one. Scoring the 4-1 defeat against Hoffenheim, and then again tonight. Goal scoring started with Tolisso as they broke from a Dortmund corner and was able to catch them out with a nice little counter-attack. The goal was finished from about a yard away, but the build-up was very nice. And then they doubled the lead with a back-stick Thomas Muller header. Left alone by Paslak, couldn't quite get up higher than Thomas Muller and was able to divert it on the post and into the back of the net, Thomas Muller. And then just before half-time, Julian Brandt scored after Dortmund picked up possession after being loose by Bayern Munich. Haaland laid it over towards him, and he was able to finish just before half-time. And then just after half-time, Erling Haaland got in between Hernandez and Nicolas Soule to Bayern on goal and slot it into the bottom left corner to get him back on level terms. And as you think it's heading towards penalties, a mistake from Delaney set away Kimmich. Played a 1-2 with Lewandowski. Scored just after a hit save. Got his left foot out. Was able to divert it with height into the back of the net to win Bayern Munich the Supercup. And their 5th trophy in the last 2 seasons. But for me, that's going to be the end of tonight's commentary. There's going to be another one Sunday, 7:15 here, Aston Villa versus Liverpool. Check your subscriptions tomorrow and Friday if that mystery football opening is out, because I don't know when it's getting sent. If it's sent tomorrow, then we'll have it out for Friday. If it's sent on Friday, I'll try and do it for record Friday, upload Friday. First Football Manager stream will be Tuesday, all being well. First live edition of that, so make sure you're there for that. And I hope you enjoyed the commentary. Like and subscribe. And I hope I'll see you on Sunday live. I want to see you Sunday for Liverpool versus Aston Villa, where we're hoping maybe for a little bit of an upset. We'll have to see. But thanks for watching.